unfold here. Now, I think you think that Jund is going to win this one, but I'm on the Adam Bowman train.
This is a pretty fascinating matchup to me because Jacob's removal spells are either awesome. They range anywhere from awesome to nonsense depending on what the game looks like and what slivers Bowman happens to have in play. His sideboard card's much the same story. I think he's got enough removal and pressure to have a good matchup here, but certainly things can go south for him in a big way.
Blackcleave Cliffs is where Baugh will start. For Bowman, no Aether Vial to start things off, just an Overgrown Tomb. We'll see what his second land is going to be. Now, if Jacob is starting with a Blackcleave Cliffs and no discard spell, obviously I think you're assuming Lightning Bolt. But does he want a Lightning Bolt to Mana Sliver? The answer is yes. Now, keep in mind, Bowman did take a mulligan this game. So he's working with one less card.
And you can see Bowman's hand is land heavy with Collected Company and a Sinew Sliver. So the Mana Sliver, probably the less valuable of the two. He's got enough mana to work with. I think he was pretty sure that creature was going to die, but he also can't really justify playing nothing there. So there you go.
Here's Dark Confidant. That is quite good. That's a basic swamp there from Jacob off of the Bloodstained Mire, brings him down to 19. Godless Shrine's going to the battlefield untapped. There is Sinew Sliver, as you mentioned. And now we'll head back Jacob Baugh's way. You mentioned Adam is a little bit land heavy. He is. He's got Collected Company and 2 more lands in hand.
But you can see he's got a reasonable setup here. He's got a Sedge Sliver in hand, along with Collected Company in land number 4. The issue here is he can't cast a Sedge Sliver, but he at least is trying to set up a line where he Collected Companies and untaps into a Lord.
Inquisition of Kozilek was the reveal there for Jacob. See if he has any interest in casting that this turn. Raging Ravine might be the play, but Jacob's going to start with an Inquisition of Kozilek. He's going to hit the Sedge Sliver, but he will not hit the Collected Company or the Swamp, so that'll likely be Adam's line of play next turn. Next up for Jacob, assuming there is a next play. Well, he does have a Seal of Fire in hand. There's Raging Ravine. There is Seal of Fire. Goodbye, Sinew Sliver. Hello, Dark Confidant. Bowman going to fall down to 16.
And this is about how you draw it up for Baugh here. And Dark Confidant backed up by a lot of cheap removal.
There's line number 4. Yeah, I feel like it's best just to wait. With the Collected Company, the reveal here is a Wooded Foothills for Baugh. He'll draw a card, picked up a, looks like an Overgrown Tomb. There is the Wooded Foothills. And Baugh will sacrifice the Wooded Foothills. So down to 17 for number 14 on our Player of the Year race here on the SCG Tour. He'll get a basic forest. See what comes next here for Jacob. He's going to play a Kalitas. Now here's a Collected Company. How do we do? Not great.
Womp womp.
Just a Sinew Sliver is not good at all. And now Adam is flooding out pretty bad, and he's just got an Aether Vial in hand.
We're done here.
Well, this game basically is over, yeah. Jund just did Jund things in this game.
Cheap removal, Dark Confidant, Kalitas. Still got a grip full card, 17 life. Bowman mulligan, that definitely didn't help matters.
Yeah, and that Collected Company had to be a pretty good one. It was not particularly good at all. And I just don't know if there's any way for Adam to work himself back into this game. He's going to start by attacking.
Yeah, he needed something like, if he hit Gale Rider Sliver plus Sedge Sliver and then drew action, he could have a shot here, but certainly Sinew Sliver and then drawing a land in a vial, that's not going to be good enough.
I love this attack so much.
This is the greatest attack I've ever seen.
Adam has air.
This is the greatest attack I've ever seen in my 5 years of covering Magic. Totally hopeless. No chance that this does anything other than confuse Jacob Baugh. Well, here's what he's doing. He's representing that he's drawing Collected Company.
Yep. This is so awesome.
Yes!
Yes, he got the 2 through. Totally worth it.
Yes.
Totally worth it. No shot M's going to win. Doesn't matter.
Does not matter.
Totally worth it.
That was the greatest attack I've ever seen.
Reveal Abrupt Decay.
Yeah, just another removal spell. Sure, whatever.
Draw Lightning Bolt.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Bowman won this game.
Yeah, it doesn't yet.
Bowman won.
Bowman won. Bowman won this game. I know Andy Ferguson's your guy. Adam Bowman's my guy.
Yeah.
Adam Bowman's my guy.
That was an awesome attack.
Right in. I don't care. I don't care. Here comes Kalidas. Dark Confidant hanging out on D. There is a Mutavault back there, of course, which would be a 3-3 because of Sinew Sliver.
Also, Baugh is working under the assumption that Collecting Company is the card.
Yep.
He probably has enough removal in hand to take care of anything that Bowman could reasonably Collecting Company into to keep the Kalidas alive. The same thing is not true of Dark Confidant, so probably just better to hang back for one turn.
Now, here's what I hope. I hope that Adam, he has no Collecting Company to cast, but I hope that he draws it this turn now.
Yeah.
Because like he'll just untap and go, and Jacob like, oh, okay, you didn't have Collective Company. Nice, nice bluff. He drew Sliver Hive. All right, that's not the worst thing I've ever seen. What an attack! Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if. Well, I guess. Okay, Abrupt Decay is going to kill that. Fair enough. In response, going to activate Sliver Hive, make a 1/1. Sinew Sliver is going to die.
Bowman with just super tight technical play right here.
It all matters.
Yeah.
It might not matter this game, but it all matters. Baugh going to get a zombie, of course, from Kalidas. Baugh wants to make sure he knows exactly what lands are over there. Sliver Hive, Mutavault, all that jazz. Sam Black zombie token in the house. And then we'll be heading back Jacob Baugh's way momentarily. How do you think Jacob feels right now knowing that he got for 2 points of damage?
Probably not too bad because he is just running all over Bowman. In perhaps the least competitive game we've covered of the entire weekend.
Here's a Terminate killing us, a 1/1.
Kill your Sliver token.
Yep. Reveal for Dark Confidant, Bloodstained Mire. I don't even know why he's reaching for his life pad, never going to take damage. Scavenging Ooze the draw.
It doesn't matter.
There's Bloodstained Mire.
It's not how you conduct yourself when you're winning. It's how you conduct yourself when you're losing.
True.
That's where you get to see someone's character.
Trying to get every inch. Here's an attack. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bowman's going to fall down to 2, and Lightning Bolt's going to put him -1. And Jacob Baugh's going to win game number 1 here over Adam Bowman as Jund did Jund things over Slivers. But that Sinew Sliver got in for 2.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
He gets to live with those 2 points of damage for the rest of his life.
And it's on camera for everyone to see.
Yep.
Maybe a best of SCG Live moment. Who knows? Take a look at the sideboards here between Bowman and Baugh. We'll start with Adam and all those slivers in the sideboard. A Screeching, a Cautery, 3 Harmonic, 2 Frenetic, 1 Telekinetic, 1 Siphon, 1 Gemhide, 1 Homing, along with the Sliver Hive Lord, a Spell's Guide, and 2 Warping Wheels.
So a couple stand out to me here. I think this is a great matchup for Frenetic Sliver. A lot of spot removal on Baugh's side here. I also think this is a good matchup for Sliver Hive Lord. Just pretty challenging card for Baugh to answer.
Okay.
And I think once you have those 2 slivers in the deck as bullets, bringing in the 1 homing sliver makes sense. I also think you can bring in the Spellskite in this matchup to swallow up Lightning Bolts and other Seal of Fire type cards that Baugh may have in his main deck or sideboard.
For Jacob Baugh, Disfigure, 2 Duress, a Grim Lavamancer, 2 Feed the Clans, an Obnixilis Reignited, a Knight of Soul's Betrayal, an Ancient Grudge, 3 Fulminator Mages, 1 Pithing Needle, and 2 Kolaghan's Commands.
Love the Disfigure, love the Grim Lavamancer, and love the Knight of Soul's Betrayal. Possible for a lot of these cards to not work once Bowman gets his shop set up. Knight of Soul's Betrayal can range anywhere from kill your mana sliver and your diffusion sliver and now blow you out with removal, or it may actually do nothing if Bowman has too many lords in play. Same thing is true as Disfigure, same thing is true of Grim Lavamancer, but I think the ceiling on those cards is so high that Baugh should bring them in even though they aren't 100% reliable.
Well, it gives you an idea what both players are working with here. So game number 2 will be underway in just a moment. Adam Bowman will be on the play. But Season 1 is in the books here of the SCG Tour. And if you missed any of it and who qualified for the Players' Championship, you can learn all about it right now. Season 1 of the SCG Tour concluded with the Invitational in Columbus, Ohio, where 4 players punched their ticket to the 2016 Players' Championship. On top of the Invitational champion, 3 Season 1 points leaders locked up their spots in the year-end tournament. Jeff Hoagland started 2016 in 3rd place in the Season 1 points race, but quickly took the lead position after his runner-up finish at the Modern Open in Cincinnati to kick off the year. Hoagland added to his lead with a 2nd straight Modern Open top 8 in Charlotte, and he never looked back. He put together top 16 and top 32 finishes at the Atlanta and Columbus Opens before making top 8 of his regionals and the Louisville Open. Hoagland wrote out a solid end of Season 1 and had his Players' Championship spot virtually locked entering the Columbus Invitational. For Joe Lissette, Andrew Tenjum, and Jerry Thompson, their invitational performances would decide which 2 would make the Players' Championship. Lissette and Tenjum held the lead going into the event, but with the most successful player in invitational history lurking, neither player could possibly feel safe.
After day one, Tenjum and Thompson sat at 7-1, while Lissette was losing ground at 5-3. Lissette would fail to win a match on day 2, as Thompson rallied to a top 8 finish and Tenjum made the top 32, leaving the Miracle Man on the outside looking in. Come Sunday, a top 8 field headlined by Thompson in his 7th Sunday appearance was set to decide a champion. Max McVitie started the quarterfinals by using mono-white humans to defeat Jameson Purdue in his blue-red control deck, while Andrew Main piloted green-white tokens past James Wager and Big White in 5 games. On the other side of the bracket, Ryan Fleischer's Bant Company swept Jerry Thompson's white-blue humans, while Craig Krempels upsetted the top-seeded Logan Mize in a Bant Company mirror. McVitie continued to beat down in the semifinals, eliminating Main in 5, setting up a finals matchup against Krempels, who came out on top of a second marathon Bant Company mirror. But in the end, the SCG Live commentator couldn't stop the human onslaught, as Max McVitie swept the finals to win $10,000, an invite to the Players' Championship, and his very own custom clue token. StarCityGames.com congratulates Max McVitie, Jeff Hoagland, Jerry Thompson, and Andrew Tenjum for their impressive play this season. 11 spots remain for the 2016 Players' Championship. Who will claim them? Stay tuned to SCG Live and the SCG Tour to keep up with all the action.
Season 1 was a delight, and we're working our way through season number 2, where we could see Jacob Baugh qualify for the Players' Championship. We know we're going to see him at a lot of events. For the 27-year-old from Waterloo, Illinois, with his 8 open top 8s, looking for number 9 this weekend, and perhaps a 3rd open win for the member of Team Lotus. Certified auto mechanic, watches around 20 hours of anime per week, and plays all types of different games. So a gamer through and through. One of the nicest guys we get to see on the SCG Tour as well.
Yes.
I'm a big Jacob Baugh guy.
Good guy.
Yeah. Just likes to come out, likes the game. We see him at Grand Prix, see him at Open, see him at Invitationals. Illinois is pretty central to be able to get to everything.
Not a whole lot of flash, not a whole lot of bluster.
No, not at all.
Just goes about his business.
Plays good Magic, nice guy to play against, nice guy to talk to.
I'm guessing a reliable mechanic in his day-to-day life.
Yeah, most likely. I can see that. I could use a little fixing up on my car, too, so I might have a little chit-chat.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure he'll be happy to drive to Roanoke, Virginia from Waterloo, Illinois, and take a look at your car.
Look, if the price is right. He's reliable.
And
sure.
And you can't really put a price tag on a reliable mechanic.
You know, Jacob Baugh isn't the kind of mechanic who would try to get you either.
Right.
That's for sure. He'd be like, hey, here's actually what's wrong with your car, and I'm going to fix it.
He probably walks you into the back of the shop and tells you exactly what's happening with your car and what's wrong with it, and you stand there and smile and nod like you have any clue about what he's talking about.
Yep.
And then a little while later, there's a reasonable bill, and your car's functioning.
That's really all I want. Every time I've taken it's the worst experience, isn't it? Every time you take your car in, they tell you what's wrong with it, and you're just like, I have no idea what that means.
Right.
But I believe you.
It's basically, it's the same thing when I have to deal with the engineers at work. And I shouldn't say deal with, because the engineers I work with are great. But from my perspective, a mechanic and engineer, what their work is and entails is essentially the same thing as magic, like actual wizardry.
Yeah.
So I just have to believe whatever they tell. When they tell me that you can't have this for a couple weeks, or these are the issues.
Yep.
If they're lying to me, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Because
why would you know?
Being able to fix a car and being able to pull a rabbit out of thin air, to me, is basically the same. For the way that I engage with the world, it's the same. It's the same thing.
If you tell me my brakes are bad, all right.
I guess they are.
I believe you. Adam on a mulligan here. He's looking at 6. He's going to be looking at 5 in a minute.
And this is a really bad matchup for Bowman to be mulliganing. Jun has so much spot removal. And I think Adam's best shot in the matchup is just getting the puzzle pieces into play that make removal spells really bad. And just having enough lands and spells and the right slivers to operate with on 5 cards, that's going to be very tough.
Jun is the deck you don't want to mulligan against.
Yes. There's I certainly after they've changed the mulligan rule to allow for a scry, I've become a much more aggressive mulliganer. I think, the scry for me is a tipping point of, I ship a lot more 7-card hands than I used to, but Jun is the type of matchup where I still keep a lot of sketchy 7s because their attrition elements are so powerful and so consistent that a lot of matchups against Jun, you mulligan, they trade 1 for 1, and you can feel the extra card the whole time.
Yeah.
Obzon 2, very similar in that respect.
It is very similar. It just always feels like Jund is more punishing than Obzon is. I don't know why, even though it's very similar. See if Adam can find a good 5 to work with here. Everyone at home rooting for Slivers. Everyone's tired of Jund. Not tired of Jacob Baugh, just Jund. But I think it's going to be a tough one here for Adam. He'll scry.
I don't mind a Jund. People get to play Magic.
Dislike Jund.
Games involving Jund, I think, are typically pretty good for coverage.
I mean, they're real
So
games.
they're interacting. Things go on. The game isn't over super fast, typically.
Yeah.
Text boxes matter. The removal you play matters. The specific nature of it.
A Mutavault to start here for Adam. For Jacob, just a Blackleaf Cliffs. Likely has a Lightning Bolt at the ready.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would never play Jund in the tournament. But as a commentator, I appreciate it for what it is.
I think Adam's hand is all lands.
Okay? It's good against Inquisition.
It's true.
Maybe get some mulligans back.
See if Jacob has a play on turn 2. He does not. Just a stomping ground. Adam will draw. I think he picked up a Blur Sliver.
So is it time to go beat downs? Just wait.
I like a wait strategy.
Yeah. Make him think that you got something really powerful rolled up.
Yep.
Just keep passing the turn.
Overgrown Tomb. Seal of Fire. Reverting Catacombs will be sacrificed here. Bowman's going to fall down to 19. I'm not gonna play Blur Sliver into a very obvious Lightning Bolt for my opponent.
Yep. Just wait.
I don't know if it's gonna get much better, and when there's a Seal of Fire out there, it's probably not. But
You are drawing to Sedge Sliver.
yes,
And then Sedge Sliver gives you a way to
absolutely sure.
power through future removal spells.
You're also always drawing towards Collected Company.
Also true. And you definitely want Blur Sliver back in the hand. You know.
There's a
Try to set
Cavernous
up one of those explosive turns.
Now it looks like Bowman's gonna play Sinew Sliver, and this is going to die, obviously. But
Here's the play that I like. Fire up Mutavault and attack with Overgrown Tomb and some other land up into the Seal of Fire. Because
why not?
that sort of represents something or other.
Well, he's kind of doing that right now. Sinew Sliver. Well, Sinew Sliver doesn't have haste, unfortunately. But Mutavault can attack it to 3/3.
Because, let's be honest here. Bowman's going to get crushed. But there's still plenty of room for bluff attacks over the course of this game. You don't know. You might run into Baugh in the top 8, and then it's just good to have all this.
A little bluff equity.
Have a lot of information about the way that Baugh plays.
Okay.
Rattle his cage a little bit.
Okay. I like where your head's at here. We cannot underestimate the value of bluff equity.
Right. Long-term bluff
Yes,
equity.
yeah.
It's an investment in yourself.
This is a Kolaghan's command.
Yep.
Yeah, that make you discard.
Yeah.
Discarding Blur Sliver.
Oh, you know why? You know why he's keeping those lands?
The Hive Lord.
The Hive Lord,
Yep.
correct.
That's smart.
He knows what his out is.
There's Diffusion Sliver. I would read that. All right, good on tap. Good on tap. It is nice to have the Hive Lord as an out. You know, Sliver Hive Lord is it's big and hard to kill.
It's not the easiest card for Baugh to get off the table.
Yeah.
It's possible he has no edicts in his deck, and in fact, he's playing with 0 copies of Liliana the Veil in his main deck.
Okay. Fair. No, he's got 4. He's got 4.
Oh, it's in the
section.
creature.
Yeah,
God, disqualify this.
Yeah. Here's Dark Confidant. Let's see what we have here. Mana Weft Sliver. Pass the turn. Bolt that. Dark Confidant. Plus an extra card. Raging Ravine. There's Fulminator Mage.
Oh, nice.
Take care of your Overgrown Tomb. Stop you from casting Collected Company. Here comes Dark Confidant.
Pretty good. Every turn for Baugh has been good. He has yet to have a bad turn.
He's had 0 bad turns this match.
Oh, Warping Whale. There we go.
That kills Dark Confidant.
Yeah.
See ya.
Smell you later.
What are you, 5? Smell you later?
You don't like that one? It still charms me. I will say, I think that Bowman should be putting his lands into play here. He shouldn't be holding back. Because the worst thing that can happen is Liliana plussing, because his outs in the spot are Collected Company and Sliver Hive Lord. So he needs all of his mana.
There's Seal of Fire. Well, he has Hive Lord in hand.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
he's got the Hive Lord.
That looked like a land from where I was.
Okay.
Never mind. Bowman's to play still flawless.
Yeah. Here's a gem hide sliver. Perhaps Jacob won't kill it. Perhaps. But he won't play it just yet. We laugh, but like Bowman's actually just played very well.
Yes. And
Even in situations where he has no shot to win.
Yep. He's made desperation attacks. He knows the mechanics of his deck very well.
There's a land. Mutavault does not help with Sliver Hive Lord.
Well, not right now.
Well, it just doesn't.
Down the road.
It doesn't help to even cast it.
No, I know that. It's just down the road.
There's Gemhide Sliver. He killed it with Abrupt Decay. And I think we're going to see Raging Ravine plus Burn spells probably close this one out.
Yeah, the Seal of Fire.
Perhaps Tarmogoyf? Yep, Seal of Fire is going to take care of it. And yes, Adam does show the Sliver Hive Lord that he does not get to cast. So Jacob Baugh is going to win this match over Adam Bowman 2-0. Jun will take care of Slivers. And it looks like Slivers is having a little bit of difficulty here on day number 2 here in Indianapolis.
Well, an excellent 3, and with what I presume are very good tiebreakers, Bowman still has a good shot here of making the top 8 if he can rip off the final 2 rounds here. Wheels coming off a little bit, but still not out of top 8 contention.